So the next gen consoles, I think, are having the weakest launches of any consoles in history. Not the movie next gen. I'm talking about the next gen consoles. Of course, the consoles are selling out because stores they have like a certain amount of stock in there. But look at the launch titles for the next gen consoles for both PS5 and Xbox Series X. Series X games practically just don't exist. Basically, they're saying, oh, you can play Xbox One games on the Xbox Series X. But yeah, I'm not gonna buy any of these consoles right now. I'm just telling you right here and now. The best PS5 and Xbox Series X played their games at once. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, also available on last gen. What's the point of buying an next gen console for this game? You can just provide the last gen version, and then Xbox, and even Microsoft said that all of the games that are on the Xbox One can be played on the Xbox Series X. You know, Astro's Playroom, yeah, no, that's like a free game, okay? It comes with bundles of every PS5. But yep, Bug Snacks, I think that, no, of course, the game it's also on PS4, too, and PC. So if you own a PC and PS4, that means there's no reason to buy the especially if you own a PC, there's no reason to buy the PS5 version. Because you can get the game on PC and have it on max settings. The 5, oh yes, also available on PS4 and Xbox One. Gears Tactics, also available on the XN consoles. The Pathless, also available on the PC and PS4. Miles Morales, the big selling point of the PS5, also available on PS4. Also available here on the last gen. Yakuza, also available on the Xbox One and PS4. Here. And what about the game about the sack for the PS4 and Demon Souls? Oh yes, because Demon Souls is the same game they are on the PS3. All it is just upgraded graphics. And yep, and also I'm not even talking about the amount of technical issues on the PS5, mostly no, and the Xbox Series X. And of course, we all know that some of the Xbox Series X videos of it smoking were basically, people using vape machines to make it smoke. It's completely sad that people are making prank videos, but PS5, if you look at people talking about the PS5, you have glitches, you have issues with the console, you have, here, next gen console prices will have more impact on sales than launch lineups, because the launch lineups are pretty weak for both consoles. Okay, next gen it's only ways to use, and of course all the Sony ponies and Sony tards are going to say, "Oh my God, we're Sony, best console ever." You get the Last of Us Part 2. You get God of War Ragnarok, so why could be woke because Sony has been going down the woke path. Okay, and let's not forget that Sony, they're more woke than every other gaming company. They have been censoring games, mostly Sony. They have been censoring all the anime games that which have been instrumental to Sony's success in Japan. Sony's success in Japan, has been led to, because of anime games. Okay, yes, they don't sell out here, but they sell in Japan, which is where people buy them. Like Dragon Quest is one of them. It's not too late. Here's what and another problem is issues. Xbox, they're having the same issues as well. PS5, they're having they only have a certain amount of consoles coming out. So of course the consoles selling out. Because they're only releasing like 4 consoles in the store a day and say, okay, we're done for today. No more PS5 stock. Sorry, you can't buy a PS5. Okay? Sorry, you can't buy a PS5 because the console, sorry, you can't buy a PS5 because, we only put like 4 consoles a day. They sort of delayed the next generation. I've been saying this for the past months. They sort of delayed these consoles until after the COVID was over. Delayed these consoles until they were ready to launch. They rushed these consoles out for the holidays to sell the most copies. Okay, we already know that consoles don't need to release during the holidays to be successful. Let's look at the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo said, okay, we'll release a console when it's ready. Okay, and guess what? The Switch, of course, had a few technical issues at once. Actually, the Switch had one major technical issue that came on to haunt people later on. It was a Joy-Con drift. But when the console came out, there was no issues with the console. No issues with the console. But Nintendo did have an issue that went on down the line called a Joy-Con drift, as it was one of the most controversial things to ever come out of a console ever. Ever since the Red Ring of Death, Joy-Con drift forced people to buy new Joy-Cons for $30. I had to get new Joy-Cons. If you see my videos before I got the new Joy-Cons, the old Smash Bros. Videos, you can definitely tell that they're different ones because of the Joy-Cons. I actually didn't tell you, but it happened to me. The Joy-Con drift happened to me. It was horrible. I hated it. I'll make a rant on it some other day on the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con drift because it was absolutely horrendous. Okay? And yep, of course, all the media saying, oh my god, Sony's so amazing. They have you. You can play a game with a sack. Okay, I'll stop making fun of Little Big Planet. I know it's funny, but it's... You can buy a Spider-Man spin-off and a PS3 remake. Oh yes, best console ever. And yep, Xbox hasn't really sold most of their exclusives. Xbox games 2021 besides Halo, which we don't know if it will be good or not because the Halo fan base is like the Sonic fan base. It's so divided that they're never gonna please everybody. I'm going to give it a chance because I'm not a nostalgia rabbit. It's going down. Oh, the new Halo sucks because it has advanced movement. 0 out of 10. Okay. And we all know Stalker 2 is the Xbox exclusive, I think, as well. Right, and boy, no going next 10 to 2021. We all know why. They sort of delayed these consoles to 2021. Issues. Even worse than Last Gen. Last Gen didn't really have any. Okay? Of course, there were those few defective consoles that were about. But the PS5 it seems that they have more issues. Yellow Flash, another YouTube channel. He had trouble running freaking Astro Boy, a low budget game that was attended for free with every console. The fact that your console has a hard time running a freaking, kids game is just absolutely sad as in itself. Again, these are the, problems of the next generation. It's such as Xbox One, Xbox Series X, smoke issues, okay? Smoke issues, okay? Xbox Series X, all the exclusives, and third-party games. Halo Infinite, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Oh yeah, games we already know are coming out, okay? Yeah, the Xbox hasn't really announced many of the, games that are coming. Fable 4, State of Decay 3. Yeah, this is just mostly speculation here. And we all know Sony, Sony is gonna have a pretty bad year if they don't get the pretty bad generation if they don't fix their issues. If they don't fix their issues, they're going to be having a very, very, very hard time selling the consoles, okay? If they don't fix these issues on the consoles. And yep, none of these games, Byte Memory 1.0, indie game, no one's going to buy it. Indie games don't sell. iOS companies will realize that Falcon, that's an Xbox exclusive that has like a retail copy. Forza Horizon 4, oh, Xbox has no exclusives. Oh yeah, Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, Gears Tactics, okay? Also on the Xbox One, but if you have the games already in the Xbox One, you can essentially just play them on, the consoles if you have the Xbox One version. Spider-Man Remastered. Oh yeah, they're paying you $30 for the same game you bought on the PS3, PS4. No Man's Sky, same thing with both consoles. So yeah, some of these games have free generation cross and upgrades. But yep, Sackboy Big Events are also on PS4. The game we play as a sack. So the big selling point for PS5, the only exclusive game here is Bright Memory 1.0, which is an indie game. No one buys consoles for indie games. We all know they don't. And Godfall, which is a PS5 exclusive. I thought that was on PC as well. I didn't know it was only PS5. Gunia Fighter, that's also on the Switch. Some of these games are also on the Switch as well. PC. Bugsnax also on the PC as well. Also on the PC. Surprised they didn't put the PC version on here. Maybe they don't put PS3 PC. And Demon Souls Remake, of course, always PS3. It's a remake, basically. So really, the selling points for the new consoles is Godfall for PS4 and Demon Souls Remake, and Xbox One is a freaking indie game. No one buys consoles for indie games. I wish people to realize that. No one's gonna go out of the way to buy a console for an indie game unless it's, like Cuphead or Undertale, or, something like Big or Fall Guys. Okay? The big boys. No one's gonna buy it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy an Xbox for Bright Memory 1.0. And yet, and yet the launch, and I thought the launches for 2014 were pretty weak. Like 2014, we had Killzone Shadowfall, which is a game that no one bought because it was just Killzone Shadowfall was like trying to become like Halo, but they kept failing. And yeah, none of the PS3, we could go back to the PS4 launch titles and Xbox One. Xbox One had Dead Rising and Rise Shadow, the Rome game. Rise of Rome, Dead Rising, Xbox One game is coming to there, and PS4. I forgot the other PS4 games. They could put Gran Turismo on PS4 exclusive, but they released on the PS3. It was like a lot of games that came on the PS4, but they said, oh no, only on the last generation of consoles you could buy. God of War. You could put on PS4. I think that they really doomed themselves here. Killzone Shadowfall. Yep, that was a big failure. That's why you don't see another Killzone game for the PS4 or even the PS5 coming, because no one bought the first game, because the first game was already so horrible. Yeah, there was no other exclusives besides Killzone according to this site. PS4 games. PS4 launch titles. Okay, there we go. We got the PS4 launch titles. Oh yeah, Knack. Oh yeah, that game. Those are the big exclusives for the PS4. Yeah, it's also as laughable as the PS5 exclusives. Oh yeah, the big games for the PS4, Knack and Killzone Shadowfall. Same thing with Xbox One. Had Rise, Shadow of Rome, and Dead Rising 3, which eventually came to PC as well. So, PS4 exclusives don't really work that great. Xbox One, they're saying, okay, play all your great Xbox One games on the Xbox Series X, all of our exclusives. Surprised Minecraft is in the launch title for the Xbox Series X. That's the most shocking thing. They didn't put Minecraft as an Xbox Series X launch game. So I was shocked about that. But yep, there we go. Next gen slipping delayed. Goodbye.